Morning, everyone. Welcome to the channel. I don't know why I put 8 a.m. on the title, but when I was speaking, I put 9 a.m., which is the correct time. Sorry about that mess up. I want to welcome everyone and let me know where you're all coming from. Let's have some coffee or tea and talk about anything or everything. Sometimes it takes people a while to show up, especially when I didn't give any notice. I just kind of put it out there. Someone was saying they wanted to go live yesterday. I said in a couple of days, and I figured, I'll go live. I'm retired. What do I got to do? Nothing else. We'll just wait for everyone to show up. A lot of people like to go live, so I'm trying something new. I've got my external mic, a Boya Mini 2. I've got the noise cancellation turned off. That kind of makes it nasty sound. If it gets too bad, too much noise, let me know and I'll turn the noise cancellation back on. See if anybody shows up. I don't know why I don't have a text box to send a message. It's kind of strange. Basically, all I can do is talk. I don't know why it doesn't allow me to send a message. Welcoming everybody. I don't know why. I know the studio app allows you to type a message, but I don't know why the cell phone app's not allowing that. Let's see. Right now we're at about almost 2.5 minutes and nobody showed up. Maybe it'll be one of those videos where I just talk to myself. I've got someone showed up. Cool. Welcome. I've got my noise cancellation turned off on my external mic, so here's the mic right here. So if it's too noisy, let me know and I'll turn the noise cancellation back on. Hey Xander, how you doing? And Nomi, how are you? Tigar, welcome everyone. You're all gonna have to let me know about the microphone. I've got the, I'll show you, the Boya Mini 2. I've got noise cancellation turned off. So if it gets too noisy, let me know and I'll turn noise cancellation back on. Thanks, Xander. Oh, you just got off of work, Xander? That's a plus. Where are you coming from, everyone? Yeah, happy 4th of July. Right now it's the 5th. So back in the U.S., right now it's probably fireworks time, huh? Everyone's starting to let the fireworks go. Philippines, no fireworks. Hey, JJ, how are you? Cool. I'll leave the noise cancellation off then for now. My voice is all rumpled and deep and nasty anyway. And if I put noise cancellation, it makes it worse. But it does mute the motorcycles and the loud mufflers out. I'm good. Doing good. I had someone tell me yesterday they wanted me to go live again, so here I am. I was talking to a 10-year-old kid yesterday from the UK. I don't know. He said he was going to be up until like 7 a.m. in the morning. And at his time, it was like 1 a.m. I said, well, I'm not staying up till 7 a.m. Sorry, I got to go. I'll bet you the U.S. is letting the fireworks go now. 4th of July is a pretty popular holiday over there in the U.S. The Philippines, nothing. They have a lot of parades, a lot of parties, but I guess the 4th of July they're not celebrating. Yeah. I remember when I was living in the States, 4th of July was a major holiday. Everybody would go where they let the fireworks go off and everything. And it was pretty cool. I miss that part. Probably go on until most of the night, until at least 11, 12 o'clock, the fireworks, I would imagine. In the Philippines, I think, what is Christmas is the big holiday here. And everyone gets their motorcycles and revs them up and tries to blow them up, it sounds like. And fireworks and everything else. No, I'm in the Philippines now. I lived in Florida for like 25 years. Spent until I was 9 in New Jersey, West Milford. And then before I came here, I was living in South Carolina. I spent some time in Georgia. I've been in the Philippines since 2019, but I've been coming here since February 2005. I couldn't make it in the States with my small Social Security pension. So I had a choice. What was I going to do? Go live under the bridge, be homeless in the bushes, or have a roof over my head in the Philippines? I decided to have a roof over my head in the Philippines. I miss America. I love America, but I just couldn't afford to live there. Ohio. Wow. You guys got a great college football team over there. Used to, anyway. I don't get a chance to watch much football over here. Is Ohio still top of the college football league? Why? What do you hate about it? I was having a little bit of that feeling myself when I was living in South Carolina in Homeland Park in Anderson, South Carolina. The last year and a half before I came here, it was robbed 8 times. They stole everything I had. I was not having a lot of love for people back then. That's why I got tired of it and I came to the Philippines. Here is a peaceful life. A little noisy, no mufflers, but people are good. You actually know who your neighbors are. Back in America, I never even knew who my neighbors were. I never talked. Here it's a lot more social. But you don't have the good stuff like hot running water, nice stores, all that. I'm in the province. Biblical, I would say try to turn the lights on and get rid of some of that horror. You have nothing to worry about then, biblical. Metallica. Yeah, that's a good rock band. They had some good songs out. Depends where you live. If you live in the big city, crime's high, just like anywhere else. Where I'm in the province, everybody knows you. So if you do something bad, the neighbors are going to probably see you. So where I'm at, crime rate's low. Where I live in South Carolina at Homeland Park, not good. A lot of drug addicts where I was living. I was living $600 a month rent, trailer, double wide. All my neighbors were meth heads, drug addicts, heroin users. I was the only one working, and they robbed me 8 times in a year and a half, and I said enough's enough. To have a good place to live in America where it's peaceful, it was going to be $1,000+ a month. I couldn't afford it. Well, I'm glad you're doing good with it. I don't like to see anybody struggle. Yeah, so where I'm at in the province, I haven't had any problems as far as crime. But when I was living in the big cities in the Philippines, I had some problems with crime. I guess that's like anywhere. Big cities are always crime, no matter where you go in the world. Yeah, everybody else were drug addicts. That's what happens when you live in a low rent area. If I lived in a $1,000+ rent place, it wouldn't be like that. It'd be a peaceful area to live, but I couldn't afford to live in a peaceful area. So instead, I lived in the ghetto. You do what you can do. That's all anybody can do. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Welcome, everybody. I got a lot of people here now, about 13. Go ahead and chime in and let us know where you're messaging from. I don't know. The U.S. is, when I was leaving in 2019, it was kind of turmoil. I used to be air conditioning tech most of my life, and I did electrical too. And the last 5 years, I couldn't call it addicts anymore working on air conditioners. And I worked at a call center as a technical support specialist. I took all the AC calls. I worked there 5 years. Every day they were telling me, you got to go faster or we're going to fire you. So stressful. I was glad to get away from that job. A lot of jobs in America right now are stressful. A lot of people are working, day to day or week to week. They lose their job, they could be homeless. It's rough. Like the pressure and the stress everybody has to go through. Price of food, gasoline raising. It's hard. The world's suffering. Even here in the Philippines, prices probably for food's more expensive than America. But the cost of living is so much cheaper. Where I'm renting, it's only $100 a month. Granted, I don't have hot water. I gotta boil it for a shower, and I use a bucket for my shower. A bucket and a pail to pour the water over top of me. It's not easy living here, but the people are good, and it makes it worth it. You'd be surprised what you can do when you have no other choice. I'm surprised how many people in the U.S. are living paycheck to paycheck. That's pretty rough. living in your car, that's got to be a headache. I've lived in worse than cars, but you know, you got to go to the bathroom or whatever. You got to go to a restaurant, a fast food place, go to the bathroom, shower, wash in the bathrooms. That's got to be rough. And a lot of people, they can't afford rent, so what are they going to do? They have no choice. Just imagine the people that don't have money to buy cars. That's rough for them too. You got to go live in the woods or under a bridge or something, and then risk being robbed and everything else. It shouldn't be like that. Everybody should be able to have a roof over their head and live a peaceful life, but unfortunately, it's not like that anymore. I wish one day things for everybody in the world would be better. We're going down a slippery slope right now. At one time, I lived in a cardboard shack in Calahoocan, in the squatter area in the Philippines. That was rough. Sometimes we had floods, 3-foot high water coming through the place, rats swimming in the water. That was worse than living in a car. I endured that for 5 or 6 months. Where I'm at now, I'm happy. Nice place, good people. I think most of the people already left. Everybody came, check it out, and then they moved on. A lot of people just like to look at YouTube shorts, swipe, go on to the next. That's all they do is watch the shorts. If anything's over about 5-10 seconds, they go to the next video. I never went to Pluto and Zumo because my internet is terrible now. Not even worth trying to download a full-size video anymore because my internet always shuts off or the electric brownouts. Almost every single day we have brownouts. Sometimes 2 to 5 times a day we have power outages here. I think the generator's on their last legs. I have a generator here, a small one, but even if I turn the generator on, it doesn't, where the internet service provider is, it doesn't turn their router on. So if I turn the generator on, I still have no internet. But you do what you can do. That's all you can do, huh? But the trade-off, would I do it all over again if I had a choice and come to the Philippines and then I get on? Yes, I would. Yeah, you have hardships, but everywhere in the world you have hardships. JJ, what have I seen? You said, sorry, have you seen? What have I seen? Everybody's quiet. Everyone, let me know where you're messaging from. got to be open-minded. You always look at it this way. The life you're living now or the life you could have been living. Which one's better? I would say the one I'm living now is far better. Even here, I talk to my neighbors from time to time. Back in America, I never talked to nobody. None of my neighbors. Different world here. But you gotta learn to live the rough life. No, I haven't. We're talking about maybe trying to find a different internet provider maybe next month. If the funds come available. Right now they're not available, so. Yeah. That's how it is here in the Philippines if you live in the big city. But where I'm in the province, everybody looks out for everybody else. They see somebody coming to rob or steal something from you, somebody's going to tell you. You go to the barangay captain and they'll hunt them down and get them. People got to think twice about doing that. The neighbors kind of look out for each other here because it's a real small place. You go to the big cities, they'll steal your stuff too. You don't ever walk in the big city with a wallet in the back pocket. Always put it in the front pocket. Don't carry a lot of money in it. Don't carry a bag where somebody can swipe it because they'll take it. Don't wear gold necklaces and stuff. They'll take it. That's big city life. That's pretty much anywhere and everywhere. Province is different because everybody knows who everybody is. Gemelin, water guy. The water's here. They come and deliver the water here, which is nice. Bottled water. It's great because where I lived before, they would come get the water. Here they do, which is nice. We get bottles of 5 gallons of water. You can't drink the tap water there. No, it's not free. It's cheap though. It's about, I'd say, how much is it? You can get 2 bottles for about $1, about 50 cents a bottle to have them filled up. It's not too bad for a 5-gallon container. A lot of times we'll go through 2 5-gallon containers. That's about $1. $1 US. That's pretty cheap. You can't drink the tap water. You drink the tap water, you're going to get diarrhea and everything else. Right now it's 9:22 a.m. Philippines time. Yeah, I messed up on my title. I said I would be going live at 8 a.m. But actually I was supposed to be saying 9 a.m. You're at 8:23, right? PM Mountain Time. Yeah, Philippines is yeah. You're 8:23 p.m. We're 12 hours ahead of Eastern time. So like in America, South, like South Carolina, Georgia, they would be if it was 9 a.m. Sunday here, it would be 9 p.m. Saturday there, and you're 11 hours different, and they're 12. What? What? Huh? You're talking? I don't know what you two are doing. My girlfriend is doing cleaning. I think they clean all the time, my goodness. Everybody here is real quiet. I think nobody's here except for you and me, JJ. I think everybody left. I see two people, but the other person's not saying anything. I guess they're just watching. I think people come for a second, then tap out and go do live, or go do short videos or long or whatever. I watched some of Mr. Beast's videos. And that was crazy. I gotta be careful doing that. The Philippines has got a law here. They don't want minors on your video. And when you start filming and stuff, you gotta get people's permission to film. I did a motorcycle video. I went inside the store, told the people I wouldn't film any people, just some motorcycles. And they let me do it. But they're getting strict because we had a lot of bad bloggers started taking pictures of people that didn't want to be filmed, took pictures of kids. So they're cracking down on the law here. Yeah. Yeah, the growers, subscribers are getting high. My other channel, I was at like 139 subscribers before I had a strike. That was growing too. It's far away. I'm still far away from 100. My other channel is at 139, but they had a strike, so I can't do nothing for 3 months on that channel. They tell you to get a strike, your channel's down for 2 weeks. No, it's down for 3 months. They don't push nothing. And you got to imagine, to be monetized, you need 1,000 subs, and you need 4,000 watch hours. You know how many watch hours I have? I think I only got like 30. Something, not many. I probably won't live long enough to be monetized. The only way you get monetized is you have like a 20-minute video, and you have like 100,000 people watching it, and then you can get monetized. My videos, it's 20 minutes long. Usually people watch it for about a minute and then tap out and go somewhere else. Yeah, you can do all that. You're going to work on the video for like 10 hours, and then the video is going to be garbage. Who wants to watch a video with every face censored out? That's crazy. there's no grocery stores here. If you go to the big cities like Manila, Cebu, you're going to have big grocery stores like in the U.S., like Publix or whatever. But over here, no. Over here, they got little tiny shops. I had to drive Dinnigat Island on my other side, MPB notebook, and I did a drive through it. And plus, also here in this one, I think, the Fiesta one, you can see the little stores when I'm driving, real tiny. Whatever you thought about grocery stores in the province, it's not like anything you ever saw. Real small stuff here. The big city is just like America. You got the big stores, the big malls, and everything else. But here in the province, no. You got a little place where you can buy pork chops and chicken and stuff like that. The market, but it's still small. Nothing like in America. But you go to Cebu and Manila, it's everything same like America. Big stores. Province, no. If you look at my videos, like the pre-Fiesta or whatever, I drive by and pass some of the stores up. You can see it in the videos. I attach the camera to my motorcycle when I'm driving through pre-Fiesta or after Fiesta. I don't know if it's on this channel or it could be on my MPB notebook channel. If you go to my description and you click on my other link, I have one link posted from my other channel. And I got videos there of the Fiesta, or maybe here, I don't know which one. But I took pictures of the stores driving by on my motorcycle. So they're all there. I posted them and nobody watched them. They were not popular. People didn't care. Well, it's hard to post content and know what everyone likes. Some people like this, some people like that, you know. And trying to find the happy medium is not easy. The only way that you got a chance to be monetized is you have to do long videos. And you got to get a lot of subs and a lot of view hours. So when you put out a video, 20 minutes long or 10 minutes long, and they watch it for 10 seconds and swipe out, you're never ever going to get monetized, ever, not in this lifetime. They need to watch 3/4 of the video. If not, it's pretty much, you're not going to get any watch hours. I don't want to do AI because they're shutting down a lot of people doing AI. Hello, Crystal. Welcome. How are you doing this morning? And where are you calling from or messaging from? Oh my God. It would take you 10 years to film my most embarrassing moments. I had many. I'm 68 next month, so you can imagine how many I had. I'll give you a real funny one. This is embarrassing, and if I wasn't so old, I wouldn't tell you about it. Okay, I'm Advanced Patty scuba diver. When I was living in Florida, I went cave diving to a place called Crystal River. That was such a long time ago, and I was wanting to be a macho boy, you know, show the girls how macho I was. So we were scuba diving down in a cave. It wasn't a real deep dive. I don't know, 30, 40 feet or 35 feet deep. And we were going to go into a cave, right? So I had an old silver tank on the back, and I had a Scuba Pro regulator. And I'm doing this macho guy stuff, you know, I had a lot of macho guy stuff that always got me hurt or embarrassed. It never panned out to be macho. I was, I always failed at that part. Anyway, I'm diving, right? I'm getting ready to go into the entrance of the cave, and there was a couple beautiful girls around swimming with their tanks on their backs, and I'm trying to, swim as macho as I could. And then all of a sudden, my regulator falls out of my mouth, and my dentures fall out. And you can imagine the dentures; they were doing spins, turning 180 or 360 degrees, floating to the bottom of the water. That was so embarrassing, man. So what I had to do is I had to put my regulator back in my mouth, swim down and get my dentures, and then try to find a corner in the cave to hide. So embarrassing. I have dentures in the top. It looks like I don't have any, but you can see I got them. But when you get old, sometimes it looks like you don't even have teeth. That was embarrassing, man. That's probably the most embarrassing time of my life. I went from a macho dude to a guy that wanted to hide behind a rock. That was bad. That would probably be the most embarrassing part of my life. Went from being a macho movie star to a guy who wanted to hide behind a rock in a cave. You can just try to visualize the denture doing a 360 spin all the way to the bottom, probably about from where I was at, not too far because I was near the bottom anyway. It's so embarrassing. That would have to be the most embarrassing time. Oh, one more time. I'll tell you one more. Here I am. I had an old beat up 125 Suzuki. And I was young. I don't know how old I was back then, 15 or 16. And we had a construction site, and they had a jump, like a big hill. And all the guys, the young guys with the motorcycles would go there and jump, right? And they were only jumping about 10 feet past the hill. I figured, oh man, there's girls there. I need to impress. If they're jumping only 5 feet, that means they're not going fast enough. So I got back and went as fast as that motorcycle would go. And I had rubber foot pegs. I didn't have any cleats that would keep your feet steady on the foot pegs. So I gave it all I had. I went probably about 20 feet, and they only went 5. And when I landed and hit, my feet slipped off of the foot pegs, and my man part hit the gas tank full blast hard. I laid the motorcycle down on its side. I laid down there. It looked like somebody kicked me in the you know what. And I was in so much pain. So much for being macho. The girls laughed at me, pointed and laughed at me, called me an idiot or something. I don't know. But that was up there in the embarrassing moments in my life as well. What about you? I'm saying all my stuff. What about your embarrassment stuff? Everyone else? Yeah, I'm too old to be macho man. And when I was young, the macho man part never worked out for me quite good. Always embarrassed me. I ended up finding out later in life that I wasn't macho. I was just an idiot trying to be macho to impress the girls. That never worked. All they did is laugh and call me a fool. I knew I wasn't macho for the last 40 or 50 years. This foolish stuff young people do, I guess. I guess one more thing, one more embarrassing, foolish thing I did. I was just a kid. How old? I don't know. I think I was like 11 years old or something. And my buddy was 11. We had these little 30-pound recurve bows you buy at Kmart back then when Kmart was around. And we played a game. Who would get the closest without shooting the other one with an arrow? We were using not hunting arrows, but fail tip arrows. And I lost. I shot the guy in the leg with an arrow. I got in trouble for that one big time. Went home to his mother and went to mine. That was a real bad moment in my life. I lost the bet. I got too close. Okay, that's enough of my funny moments. That wasn't funny. That was pretty much devastating. I don't even remember if he went to the hospital or not. I don't think so. I think his mama just gave him some medicine and stuff and healed him. He never forgot that. My water's here, so I gotta get ready to get my water here. Jim! Be back in a minute. I gotta go get my water. Thank you. Jamalyn! Water, where's the money? Where I put it? Where?
If you have cheese or beef, they go.
You got to tell him. You got to change your 50. Did you give him 1 or 2 bottles? 1 only?
1 only.
Ask him, bro. He don't understand me. They got 50. Did you check in my bag? Maybe you have. Check my bag. Maybe you have. The black bag. Why you don't look before, bro? Why you always, you know he's going to come and you don't ready? Here.
Pila na. Pila na dede. Uy, dili, wala man na. Pila man na.
They coming. I don't know why they don't get ready before, but they don't. Girls, he gotta go. Sound like a guy in a bar at a beer or something. I don't know. Thank you, sir. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to stay away from AI. I had a strike before. I don't want to get another strike. I might go to AI, ask for some questions, but I don't want to add AI in my videos. YouTube's cracking down on everything. I already had a strike from putting a North Vietnamese military training thing, and I thought the soldier was like 19 or 20, and they said it was a minor less than 18, and they gave me a strike, no warning, nothing. And stopped pushing my videos, so I'm gonna stay away from trouble. I'm not a popular YouTuber. If I was Mr. Beast or Mr. Baldwin or somebody who had millions of views, I'd probably do whatever I want, but I'm not that person. So I gotta walk the thin line. That's pretty funny. Yeah, a girl probably wasn't expecting that. Some amazing things that happen in our lives. Anybody else have any stories, exciting things that happened in your life? Embarrassing moments or good moments or anything like that? Okay. I'm up, I guess. Here I go. A hero moment. Here I am, 12 years old. I'm an outfielder in a little league uh, team. I don't know if I was center field or right field or something. I don't know. That's what I played. But I had a good arm. And the pitcher they had, he couldn't pitch anymore. He pitched already, and they didn't have any backups to go. So here it is. We're on the city championship game. I think we were going for the city title, and they had no pitchers. I was the only one that had a good arm, and they put me as pitcher. I ended up pitching a no hitter. Oh, Daniel, I am going to be 68 next month. Anyway, I ended up pitching a shutout, a no hitter, and the league's best hitter, I struck him out. And I made it to the newspapers, and they called me a hero. That was the only great, exciting moment in my life when I was 12 years old. Pretty boring life, I guess. I'm so old that I can't even count my age with my fingers and my toes anymore. Dale, where are you from? Philippines, same as me. I'm from Dinagat Island. About an hour and 15 to an hour and a half boat ride from Surigao City by the boat. No Jollibee, no McDonald's, no SM Mall, no Robinson here. No bars, no nothing. Not where I'm at anyway. But what they do have here is a peaceful life, very nice, beautiful area, and good people. You can't trade that for anything. Yeah, I can imagine her. She's wearing all white. She's full of dirt now. That would be a sad moment, I'll tell you that. I try not to wear white because if I wear white, no matter what happens, it always ends up getting dirty, black. Or if I'm exercising, I'm doing dumbbell bench rest, I'll put the dumbbells on my pants and they come out looking black. I always tell my girlfriend if I'm exercising, don't give me white shorts. What does she do? Give me white shorts. I don't know. I have a lady who comes and does the laundry. My girlfriend doesn't have to, so that's probably why she gives me white shorts. But, oh yeah, I got one. I got a good story that happened to me. I was in the military at this time. Scary. This was probably the most scared, one of the most scared things. Actually, I got two stories. Keep everybody getting bored. When I was doing my advanced infantry training, I was in Georgia, Fort Benning, Georgia. We were in the woods, and we were doing a training drill. We were doing a recon mission, basically a recon. 3 or 4 guys go quietly through the woods, try to find out where the enemy is, and don't make any noise, don't get caught. But what happened was the enemy was close, and I had to get down in the bushes. When I got down in the bushes, I had a timber wood rattlesnake, probably 12 inches from my face, looking straight at me with his tail wagging, the rattles going whatever. And I thought I was going to die that day. And this stuff, the snake probably sat there rattling, looking at my face, and I didn't move, I didn't breathe, I didn't do nothing. Uh, it seemed like 5 hours, but it was probably 5 seconds. And then he just slowly crawled away and backed up the snake. And I breathed again. That was scary. I couldn't move because the enemy would find us and they'd probably take us back to their camp and beat the heck out of us. That was scary. And the other time, I was in Germany. I was rappelling on a 5-story building, and it was cold out. We had our winter parkers on, and I had a Caribbean a D-ring, and it was wrapped around the rope. And I was rappelling down off the UE helicopter. We didn't have Black Hawks, we had UEs then. And I was just about ready to pull the rope off the D-ring, the Caribbean. And what happened was the Parker got stuck in the Caribbean. So here the helicopter, they can't see me any longer, and they're ready to leave. I rappelled to a 5-story building. So if that helicopter would have left, probably when I'm floating around in the air, it would have probably ripped and I would have fell to the ground and splattered. So one of the guys that was there on the roof doing the training, he rappelled down before me. I hollered at him with all my might. I said, you need to come run over there and slam your body into me and slam me down on the roof as hard as you can. If you're not, I'm going to die. Because that Parker was stuck in the Caribbean. If that helicopter left, that thing would probably rip. My Parker would rip and I'd go falling down to the ground. So he slammed me as hard as he could. He ripped the Parker and it took my ear out of me. Oh, painful, but he saved my life. That was a scary moment. Anyway, who else has a story? I was in the infantry back then. They had us doing crazy stuff. That's what happens. That's what happens when you're so old like me. You got too many stories. Some are good, some are bad, some are highly embarrassing. I never had any great stories like I won 100,000 US dollars in the lottery. I never had any of those kind of stories. I wish I did. Everybody's quiet today. Today here in the Philippines or in Chicago at night. I don't know, viewers go and come. I've had as high as 14 viewers today, and now I'm down to 2. Everybody comes and then they go, so nobody stays along too much. I guess it's boring. I need to work on being Mr. Baldwin or Mr. Beast to add some excitement to my videos. I don't know how to do that though. I don't have that kind of character. I watched one of those Mr. Beast videos where he was trying to get, what was it? 500 million views or something. He was telling everybody to like and subscribe. And I was watching his number count go up. Amazing. He was getting, in a minute, what it take me a year to get as far as subscribers. Just depends if you got a fan base and you're popular. But he spends mega dollars on his videos too, giving away free money. I think a lot of that's fake too. I think a lot of those games he has his employees winning the prizes and then he gets the bulk of the money back. He's giving away major amount, $1 million, 250 or 100,000, 250,000, And I think a lot of it goes to his employees and he gets some of it back. But I'm not sure. That's just what people say. There's a lot of popular YouTube people. Probably 10 or 15 of them that are, whatever they do turns to gold. I'm not one of them, unfortunately. It's just a hard thing to do to be popular on YouTube. I just make the videos and hope some people like them. Sometimes they like them. Sometimes you don't get any views and nobody likes them. You just do the best you can do. That's all you can do. I'm getting closer to 100 anyway. I don't know how many I have now. Let me take a peek. No. But it did climb pretty high. I think it was 88 earlier before I started doing the live, and now I'm already at 94. Yeah, he creates, Mr. Beast creates a lot of the game shows and the survival things. Survive out here for 30 days, win 250,000, stuff like that. So even if he has a lot of his employees winning the money, he's still spending major dollars to do his videos. If he wasn't spending that major dollars, I don't think he'd be that popular either. At 0, now I'm at 2 again. That's cool. Yeah, I'm surprised, man. My Subs went up quite a bit. I went up, 6 subs since doing this live. I'm almost at 100. That's amazing. I like Mr. Ballin too. Ballin, I guess that's how you say it. He has the mysterious stories. That's pretty good channel as well. Surviving off of a dollar. That'd be a rough thing. Surviving off of $1. And that would be probably about 57, 58 pesos. You couldn't buy much of anything, even in the Philippines, for that. Maybe buy a couple packs of ramen noodles. Or you can buy rolls. You can buy Pandacel. If you get there early enough, you can buy those for like 2 pesos each, like little biscuits. You could survive on $1 a day here, but it wouldn't be easy. You couldn't rent anything for $1 a day. You'd be living in the bushes or in the street. But you could find some food to eat. Short clips help for your sub base, but they don't do nothing at all for your watch hours, because short videos do not count for your watch hours. In order to be monetized, you have to have 4,000 watch hours, which is an incredible amount. I don't know why shorts don't count, but they don't. The only thing shorts count, they count towards the 1,000 that you need for monetizing. It's not easy to get subs either. It's rough. YouTube's not easy, that's for sure. What time is it now? Oh, it's 10 o'clock. 9 o'clock where you're at, 10 o'clock in the morning where I'm at. I think most of my viewers are coming from the Philippines because of my connection. I connect to a Philippine tower, so that's where most of my stuff's being sent to the Philippine locals. They watch my stuff pretty good. No movie theater here, no. I don't even think America has any movie theaters anymore, do they? Maybe in the big city they have something, but in the province, no. Province is probably look at America about 60 or 70 years ago, and that's the province. Do you remember the Coca-Cola bottles? The real tiny small ones? You can still buy those here. If you look around, they still have them in some places. That tells you something there. The big cities, they're doing pretty good as far as technology. They're a lot better than here in the province. The province is primitive. The city's more modern. That's why hardly any foreigner lives here. There's like only, I think I'm the only American here in my area, and then they got one guy from Pakistan. He got a wife. He's pretty cool. That's about it. There's no other foreigners here. Most foreigners cannot handle living here. It's too much primitive for them. They have to live in the big cities like Cebu, Manila, Bulacan, like that. Angela City, McCarthy. They don't want to live in these little provinces. They want to live where the action is, and there's no action here. It's more laid-back lifestyle. I guess I ought to get going soon because I got some people here that use the internet. And I told them they had to turn the internet off while I'm on because the bandwidth is so low. So it's been nice talking to you, JJ. Have a great day. And I'm going to be signing out. You take care now. Have a good night. They got some museums at the big city. I think in like Leyte, which is not a big city, it's in the province. They got like a museum for MacArthur where he said, "I shall return to the Philippines." They got like a small MacArthur museum in Leyte. You take care, huh? Have a good night. Bye for now.